Well, in your health, the FDA is fighting teen vaping by releasing new ads that target younger folks.
So it's part of their youth e-cigarette prevention campaign. In fact, here's one of the new commercials.
Some people think that vaping is no big deal, but that is just an illusion.
Do you vape?
Yeah.
You do? Do you have a vape with you today?
Yeah.
I see. Okay, cool. I want you to hold your hand up for me. I'm gonna take the vape like this. I'm gonna put it into your hand like that. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do, okay? Okay, here we go. Watch very carefully. Boom. Did you know that if you vape, you're more likely to start smoking cigarettes? It's not magic, it's statistics.
Yeah, I don't want to.
So there's one of the ads right there, and Dr. Jen Caudle's here to talk more about this new anti-vaping campaign, because I think a lot of teens are thinking, oh, well, it's not actual cigarettes, so I'm fine.
Right.
But we're learning they're going to try it.
Right. A lot of people think that vaping is not a big deal. It is a huge deal. This is actually an epidemic, and I think that's really what the FDA is really targeting and what we're looking at. I'm so glad about this, because this is the other thing, too. We're talking about young people vaping. This is really what the campaign is focusing on. We know that in 2017, 2.1 million middle and high school students said that they currently used e-cigarettes. That's not benign. That is actually a big deal, because there are lots of problematic consequences that can come down the line.
That was a 17% jump from the year before. I remember back in 2006, you were pushing for FDA oversight.
Still am.
So they made a few changes over the years. You had to be 18. They didn't allow it in vending machines.
Yes.
You know, free samples couldn't be given away.
Right.
Not enough's being done, though.
Well, there's still more to be done, because, right, you know, a lot of times I think kids and probably adults are sort of lured in by the flavors. There's lots of flavors. There's
And the
almost
packaging,
like the packaging, like a
colors.
candy-like quality to it. Remember, vaping and vape devices contain nicotine. E-cigarettes are the most commonly used tobacco product among young people. And nicotine, the problem with that when we're talking about kids is we don't exactly know the full effects of nicotine on the developing brain. It can be highly, highly addictive. We think it actually rewires the brain. This is not small. And of course, Alex, as you mentioned, it increases your risk. If you vape, it increases your risk of picking up traditional cigarettes.
Let's rewind a little bit, because I feel a lot of parents don't really understand what vaping is. There's a liquid inside the vaping device.
That's right. And the vaping device, there's a lot of different types now. Some vaping devices look like pens, like a writing pen. Some look like cartridges. Some look like they're different shapes, and they come in different forms. But there's a liquid. The liquid typically contains nicotine, also contains other substances as well. Those other substances we don't think are benign either. There's lots of chemicals in them.
Could affect your lungs, your brain. It could change your mood.
That's exactly right. And people smoke it. It's vaped and inhaled.
And especially when it comes to our young folks, as they're still developing and growing.
That's right.
That's why it's a big concern. So they're saying they're going to put these in some high school bathrooms and that kind of thing, places where teens might be pressured to do it.
And certain channels, like MTV, I think, and other
for shows that they watch. But do we know, though, when it comes to history, because we've seen PSAs and that kind of thing for other issues, do we think it'll be that effective?
That's a really good question. Look, I'm hoping. I think this is a really, I remember back in the day when those commercials, this is your brain on drugs. You remember those commercials? Look, I think what this is saying is that the FDA is coming out and saying, look, we have got to stop this. We've got to take a stand. I do think they're going to be effective. How effective, we will see. But I think the overall message is, hey, guys, vaping is not nothing. Don't just start vaping just because your friends are, or just because you see it on TV, or just because the packaging looks really cute. This is potentially very serious. You have a higher likelihood to go to smoking cigarettes. It's a big deal.
It's a good
I'm a
first step.
fan.
Is this a conversation that doctors are having inside the office?
Absolutely, yeah. Pediatricians, family doctors, as we do our well physicals for kids, and sometimes even not our well physicals, we're asking, do you smoke? But now we can't just ask, do you smoke? Because it used to be, do you smoke cigarettes was the assumption. Now we got to ask, do you smoke weed? Do you vape? What are you smoking? So this is a conversation that kids are having with their doctors, or should be, and parents as well.
Yeah, we have to get more specific. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Always good to see you.
Thank you.